Yes, yes, people, we are back live. We are back live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube for another edition of the Sarcasm City Sports Q&A. And of course, the main topic of conversation is going to be about Liverpool losing on penalties to PSG in the Champions League round of 16. And it was at Anfield as well. PSG put in a great performance. I'm not going to lie. I did not see two things. One, I did not see PSG winning this game. Secondly, I definitely didn't see PSG winning on penalties. Thirdly, even though I said two things, thirdly, I did not expect Liverpool not to score in the game either. But hey, you gotta give props to PSG. They spoke a lot of smoke beforehand. The Vitina comments about we're definitely gonna win, and Enrique was talking the hardest as well. But guess what? They backed it up. They backed it up, and I'm pleasantly surprised. I did not expect. I'm still in shock. Now I'm over the moon. I am happy. I am elated. I am joyful. I am prideful. I am feeling absolutely sensational about Liverpool going through. It just quells all that noise about trebles, Ballon d'Or talk for Salah, and Salah can walk on water, and Salah the GOAT, and Salah better than this player, and Salah better than that player. And Salah's cold, don't get misunderstood. Longevity cold, don't get misunderstood. But when it comes to overall performance, it weren't there today, and you have to give props to PSG. And Z mentioned something, and big up to everyone in the chat already, or big up to Z because he says something here which I kind of agree with and don't, but I get where he's coming from. Actually, let me scratch that. I do agree with Z here. I just looked at it from a different side from my perspective, because he said Anfield atmosphere is so overrated. PSG was unfazed. Atalanta went there last season and won 3-0. Madrid won there 5-2. Inter won there 1-0. Liverpool fans need to stop. This is Anfield myth. I think the Anfield atmosphere is there, and it's a tough place to go. I just give credit to the teams. I just give credit to Atalanta. I just give credit to Atletico Madrid. I just give credit to Inter. And today I give full credit to PSG. In particular, there in midfield, their attack was woeful. Let's clarify that. But Vitina in particular in that midfield, him, João Neves, quality. And they actually defended well. I thought Pacho was he's my man of the match. I don't know who officially got man of the match, but he was my man of the match. Mendes did well. Salah went past him once early on. Other than that, got no change out of him. I thought Hakimi was poor. Marquinhos was all right. Donnarumma made a couple blunders that could have cost him a goal, but then he did make some great saves as well. So, yeah, all in all, I just credit PSG and credit Luis Enrique. They said, we are going to Anfield and we are going to win. And guess what? They did that. So people, get your questions in. I know I started off with a little monologue about the game. I was just giving my thoughts, people. But get your questions in. That's what this sports Q&A is all about. So if you're a member of the channel, I will start your question and I'll get to it. And of course, if you super chat, I'll get to it as well. So they're the two surefire ways to make sure your question is answered. Either you're a member, links in the pinned comment, or you super chat and I'll make sure I get to it as well. But run up the likes as always. Whether you're watching this live right now, watching this back after, hit the like button on the video. So important you do that. Share across all the socials. That's me, Flawless, at Sarcasm City TV. And on top of those two things, make sure you subscribe to the channel, Sarcasm City TV. Hit the notification bell as well. We got Jez in the building as well. Big up to everyone in the chat. You lot are here, man. Whenever anyone loses, you lot are here. Big up Z. Big up Sai, sorry. Big up Will, Cornmeal. Big up King as well. Steve in the cut, Mustafa, TJ, who says Salah who. Uncomfortable conversations with his performance today. That's what I'm going to say about that. Very uncomfortable. Big up my Don C. Big up Mixed Bag as well in the building. Also, Chinlu, good to see you. YG as well. Again, run up these likes expeditiously and make sure you share across all socials and subscribe as well. Let's see what you lot are saying in some of in the chat. Let's see. Madison saying, where are you, Andrew? You said I was, what am I smoking when I predicted PSG? Hold that. To everyone who predicted PSG, props, because I did not see PSG winning. I did not see them winning from before the first leg, and especially after the first leg, I did not expect them to win. I really, really didn't. Honestly, on that side, PSG have had egos, what they play as a team. Dembele on form. If Dembele actually had his shooting boots on and his decision making, the game would have went to penalties. Well, here we are. They got through. That's the main thing.
Nah, this is the thing though. Like, but he made his penalty, so it's like for me, it's like he was awful, but in the end of the day, he stepped up when he had to step up.
Well,
It's one of them
yeah.
ones, because like like what's it called? Performance was poor from the front three. I think Kvaratskhelia was like the starting front three I'm talking about. Kvaratskhelia is probably the one who was the brightest out of the both of them. But I thought they were poor. But then at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter when they scored the penalties at the end. So it's like I give them credit for that, innit? But yeah, man, it was a bit. It was one of them was what we expected going into the game, to be honest. Like, but it's kind of like from the first leg, because obviously I was trying to make the point of how PSG can win the game, and how I didn't think it was actually as impossible. I don't think it wasn't as an impossible task. Like the biggest task was literally if it was like for me, it was more so that if PSG lose this game, it was more on themselves rather than Liverpool being just better than them. And it nearly could have gone that way because on balance of both games, I didn't feel that Liverpool was the better teams in both games.
Yeah. No, I hear you, fam. Trust me. I hear exactly what you're saying with that. And let's say big up to Will says flawless now. We're not doing no PSG Liverpool watch along. Let's be real, Liverpool gonna smash him. Well, look how it's looking now. I didn't think I say Liverpool were gonna smash him, but I did fully expect Liverpool to win the game. But fortunately enough for me, it was a successful hate watch. And the only reason why I did the game is because I thought all the other ties was dead. That's
They were
why.
all done. They were done.
All the other ties was done today. That's why. That was it. So yeah, I'm happy about it. And to JT says when we were predicting Liverpool versus PSG, none of us were predicting a PSG. There was very few, JT. I know nobody on the panel did. There was very few.
Yes, very few people. I mean, shout out to the people that did predict the win. Like for me, it was more so. For me, it was more so that I didn't expect PSG to win, but I expected them. Like when, because I had the conversation and they said like how nobody gave them at least a chance to actually do something. I said they have definitely a chance, but it's all about how they come in and play. Because another game where I thought Vitinha, Neves, and Ruiz was again the mid, where I thought they won the midfield.
Yeah.
And shout out to again, you have to give credit to Paco and Nuno Mensch.
I thought Paco was very good.
Both of them were like Paco was really good. Like he
was my man
had to make because he because you asked, don't remember won it because of the penalties, isn't it? But
okay,
first.
You know what? That's fair enough.
But from the overall play, you can't really debate against saying that Paco deserved the man of the match because every time when it was like a situation where like PSG find themselves on like a 3v2 or 4v2 or 2v2, either he's there, his anticipation today was top. Knew when he had to step, when he had to shoot the ball, he shoots the ball. And there were a couple of blocks where if he doesn't make the block, Liverpool score. So now he was really good. And Mendes, like you mentioned earlier, also the one moment in the game
early on, and that was it.
He dealt with Salah, and in the first half gave him really good battle, and then the second half and onwards, then obviously Salah disappeared. And I'll be honest, me personally, because obviously we had literally just the debate on the playback with Salah. I'm not like people take it as like me crediting PSG doesn't change the fact that I think you can still criticize Salah 100%. If you really wanted to be in these conversations that you want to be in, you just make something happen, even if it means you have to maybe leave your position, maybe roam little bit around, drop into certain positions just to find yourself getting the ball. Because this is what you could have done. But this is where I also, in the same time, and other people, because I think it's easy to just say Salah and all that, they all just disappeared in the second half, and this was just all on them. Now I credit
you hit the nail on the head. I think they caught off the supply.
And this is for me, it was this because generally speaking, from the second half to penalties, can anybody tell me what happened super productive from the right hand side since the second half started?
Yeah, and that was with Trent.
And that was with Trent. Yeah, and nobody can tell. And nobody can tell me. That's why I was like, you know what? yeah, Salah, can you do better? Yes. Could you done maybe roam around a little bit, find pockets of spaces to actually get the ball? Yes. But then I credit PSG a lot because the game in the first half and the second half, the way they were attacking down the right was completely different. So you can clearly tell from a tactical standpoint, you have to give Enrique credit and the players also credit for dealing with what they had to do.
Now you at 110%. Big up to Dow for the super chat. Appreciate it. Big up, Dow. Says Liverpool couldn't get a slot in the quarterfinals. That's good, Dow. That's good. If that's you, that is good. Whoever came up with this, that's good. Appreciate the super chat. But yeah. You know what? Dow. Hey.
Somebody said this, man. Somebody said this, like how the atmosphere was actually really good, but it's only the only weird thing. It was just the atmosphere was really good, but it was just really weird that it was only in French. Like, you know what I
mean? You know what it is? I credit, even though I thought the atmosphere was good, like you credit PSG for cutting off Salah's supply and keeping him quiet. I credit PSG for dealing with the Anfield atmosphere. I don't think it was a lack of effort on like Liverpool had moments in the game. Like they
had opportunities.
The start of both halves, Liverpool had opportunities and were in the ascendancy. The momentum was with them. It's just that you have to ride that storm and then not concede during it, or better yet, you can kind of score. And they did score a good goal. It was a great move. Yes, Konate's made a mistake, but it's still a great move. And they created the better chances. Like if Barcola and Dembele, were just better attackers, guess what? The game's over anyway. Because they're two golden opportunities. The one where Dembele, his touch was too heavy and the balls just rolled into Alisson. And then the one where Barcola, it's like, be more composed. You can't score from there. Get your balance and try to go around the goalkeeper or set somebody or do something. But Dal, big up for the super chat. Sai, big up for the super chat as well. You lot continue to get your questions in. He says, we lost because our attackers didn't do the job and we never kept the ball well, always playing long ball. Our pressing was so bad, PSG deserved winners. I do agree with that. I think PSG would deserve winners. Yeah, your attackers didn't do anything. And you had enough of the ball in the correct areas to do more. Even if it's not Salah, Diaz did, Nunez did, because you did force some good saves. It's just that, like you said, your attackers non-existent. Jota, non-existent. Diaz, non-existent. Darwin Nunez was Darwin Nunez. Attacking midfielders, Curtis Jones didn't really offer too much. Like,
wasn't doing anything.
Szoboszlai didn't do anything. There was nothing.
Exactly that. And when Liverpool did have the chances, credit to PSG, they stopped them.
Yes,
and it's just that's why for me, I can't walk away and thinking that Liverpool played well. I thought Liverpool played well this game, but I can't walk away this game thinking that it was only because Liverpool it was only on Liverpool's side. Now sometimes we just also have to play, because one thing that we do a lot with PSG is that because they've been consecutive letdowns for year after year, I think it's easy to kind of lose faith in them, which is deservedly right. But when they do put in performances like they did today, and even the first leg, I can't sit here and really I can't bring myself to kind of say, Liverpool just didn't do the job today. Now I thought when PSG had to do it, PSG did the job.
Facts. They did the business. Like 100%, they did the business.
Bro, I watched that game and I'm like, I tweeted after the game. I watched some of these wingers today with Yamin, Dua, Kvaratskhelia. I saw Neves.
I gotta give him a shout out. I thought he was very good when he got.
He was really good when he came on. Like again, just being tricky. He's just trying things, and you know what? Some things didn't pull off, but some things did pull off, and it helped the team. And I tweeted after the game. I saw all these things today, and then football, and then I say football is super unfair because I have to go back to watching Tottenham with the foolishness that we bring with the players and and that's what I'm saying. This right there is quality. In the end of the day, that right there is quality. Like yes, the attacking quality from PSG at times were poor, but the midfield, the defenders doing what they had to do.
Yeah.
Again, the game just was like, for me as a neutral, I was able to just enjoy the game. That's probably the thing that I can say.
No, absolutely. It was a good game, even though we're neutral, because I
watched Liverpool out, which is
Liverpool out. It's like I could still respect and rate a team. And because PSG have disappointed so many times, like you said, at this stage or in last stages of the competition, you got to give them credit. 100%. And we knew about their midfield as well. It was just more so my issue was their attack. And you know what almost cost them in this game? The attack. Even though Dembele scored, he was not good. Barcola, non-existent. Barcola. Kvaratskhelia, quiet. Super quiet. Super quiet.
The funny part is here, because I even tweeted it as well. Like, Dembele is the most confusing player out there because he would put in the performance that he did, but then scored the penalty where he runs off, shooting with his left, and then ending the penalty with his right foot.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, but this is the thing for me where I think this is where PSG limit in the Champions League, but end of the day hurt them because you can clearly see, and even I know people don't like when people say XG, but sometimes you can look at if you use it in the right context. Sometimes you can be look at it, and when you look through the whole Champions League this season, PSG create chances, but like you said, the force don't put them away. That's the biggest issue.
And that's it. 100%. And big up to Dow, who says PSG are now to slot in their position in the quarterfinals. You're a joke, man. And Sai says that's why I said we were missing Gakpo. I hear that because Diaz, Jota, Szoboszlai did nothing solid. Like you said, your entire attack. And I even seen the XG was like I think over 2 legs. Like
PSG, over 2 legs, it was like 161 to like 5. Yeah, like 5.
1 to 5. Tells you all you need to know. You just gotta give props to PSG and props to Enrique because if they get beat here, like 3-0 or 3-1, we're talking about PSG flattering to deceive again in Europe, etc. But they did the business, and then versus Villa is going to be a very, very good side. It's going to be a very, very, very good side. I actually fancy Villa
because no, they definitely can, and storylines as well. Like Enrique used to, not Enrique, Emery used to be a PSG manager. He was the manager. He was the manager when they fumbled against Barca.
Yeah, it is. And to me, who says 3099, who says people saying he didn't expect PSG to win. Did you not see us get outclassed in the first leg? No, I didn't. I didn't watch your first leg. I did hear that you got outclassed, but I still thought you was going. I didn't expect you to lose. That's what it was. And I say I didn't expect PSG to win is because I didn't thought you would lose at Anfield. Like I thought they could draw. I think I said 2-1. I said 2-1 Liverpool. I don't think that's out of the realms of possibility that they could draw.
Yes.
I just didn't expect them to go there and win. I didn't think I'm not gonna lie, I didn't think they had the team for it. Midfield, yes, it was more so their attack, and I didn't think they had the defense for it as well. Their defense, I looked at and I went, "You're going to concede." There's no way that they're going, and they kept a clean sheet for 120 minutes. I did not expect that.
With considering the fact that Hakimi was generally trying to let down the team both ends of the pitch.
Oh, he was terrible. He was their worst player. He was dreadful.
Oh, easily, like.
He was dreadful. He really was. And you lot continue to run up the likes, man. Continue to hit the subscribe button as well. Continue to, people. These bots be moving funny, but what I've just figured out in here as I'm looking at the customization is, you can have live commentary approved users. So that's what I'm gonna start. Wait, what's this?
Are the bots in the chat again doing
yeah. That's why I put members mode on. You know these lot love me, man.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I wish the women that I love me as much as these lot do. Jesus, you know what I'm saying.
You already got all of them in different area codes. Like,
no, I don't. That's a myth, yo. It says PSG played well. Big up to Rohan, big up everyone in the chat, big up all the members, all the mods. That's why I put members mode only on. I'm not trying to get more of you lot to sign up, even though I appreciate you lot signing up. I was saying, but even though I appreciate you lot signing up, it's simply for the mods. Chinru says PSG played very well over the 2 legs. That Barcola pisses me off, man. To shoot straight at the keeper, he's rubbish. And of course not Sunshine. I don't. You know that was a joke. You only know I got eyes for you, Sunshine. Nothing but love. What was you saying? Barcola. Yeah, Barcola terrible.
Oh, dreadful. Like the funny part is, he has like attributes that I can look at and say, you have redeeming attributes where like you can be useful to a team. And if you come off the bench, I can say you can actually be useful. But these big high pressure games where like we need you to be clutch and you need to be putting these away. Bro, you cannot have this guy out there, man. It's the same with Dembele, ironically too. Same with Dembele. It's like you can't have these guys this was like both of them have the redeeming qualities, but I'm like, okay, I understand why you're on the pitch,
Yeah.
but then in front, but you're playing in the attack. You gotta put these chances away.
Yeah. You see the
Like
huge
this
with Due.
like
The
100%.
huge
100%. Like
Due.
even when he missed, okay, you can see it and say it's a good effort. It wasn't like it wasn't one of them ones that like, oh, you should have done better. No, like it's a good effort. Like Kvaratskhelia, when he colloquially would have scored if it wasn't for the blocks.
Yeah,
Like,
Gravenberch
but,
had the deflection on one.
but them two legit got opportunities 1v1 and they don't score. Like this is saying this is crazy. Like honestly, because somebody make the point that you can see why Ramos doesn't play for PSG. You can see why Enrique didn't want to use Ricardo. You can see why he let Colomwani go, because the way Enrique wants to play, you kind of saw what happened today and over the 2 legs, to be honest. But in the same time, what you then misses is that maybe the chance of maybe some security in midfield. Like you saw, there were many times where PSG got run past in the midfield. There were many times where you maybe thought, maybe if they just had a clinical finisher up front who can put a goal in. But it's a trade-off in it. But this is where, if PSG really want to win the Champions League, they need Barcola and Dembele to get the shooting boots on. They have to. They have to.
That man gotta step up, man. That man gotta step up. 100%. 110%. That man gotta step up. Without doubt. Without doubt. I love to Dakota. Good to see Dakota in the chat. Says big up Flawless and everyone in the chat. It stings right now, but we move. Just very unfortunate, and a lot of factors cost us that game. Let me know, Dakota. Obviously, don't put in full, because I know there's multiple, but like some of the main reasons. I'm just interested to hear from a Liverpool fan perspective in regards to what Red Rug today as well. Chidlu says PSG played very well over the 2 legs. Oh yeah, no, I already said that. Hey, big up Barca Reacts, man. Big up my G. Hope you're good every single time as well. See, look at you, Sunshine Joker. Look at you, comedian. Where else we at as well? Big up Madison, who says, Jez, I think Liverpool rely on too much on Salah. If he's locked in or not in form, they are in trouble.
I heard it because, I mean, there's like the stats saying like what at some point in the season there was like 70% of Liverpool's goals or something like that. Salah is either involved with a goal and assist. So of course this is not sustainable. It's not necessarily sustainable. Some teams can get away with it because they're just that good. But certain teams, and you saw it today as well, is that once it got to a point where Salah couldn't do anything no more, and that complete side with Trent got shut down. You're looking at Szoboszlai, you're looking at Jota, which people say what a finisher. They couldn't even create for Jota today. I thought Jota, like we talking about Salah being a ghost. I can't remember the time when Jota had the ball. So Diaz I thought Diaz got himself into very good positions when the ball came, but then he fucked it up. So it's like, you're right. And of course, when you take the best player from a team away, of course, the team's going to be worse.
Yes.
But these are the situations where you need the very good teams. When the best player can't play well, you need somebody else in the attack to show up as well. That's why football's not played 1v11.
Yes.
In the end of the day, and this is where I feel like it's easy to get Ed Salah, and rightfully so. I'm not here to defend him, but I'm saying, in the end of the day, Salah's also not 11 players. He's not. So it's just the way I look at it personally.
No, I think that's very, very fair. Like you mentioned it there, taking away the best player, of course, from a team is tough, but then it's multiple things. It's then on other players to step up. It's then on that player, the best player, to figure it out. Drift central. Yes. Drift central. Or you can drift central as the 10, drift central as the false 9. Go over to the left-hand side. And that's also on the manager as well to switch it up too.
Yes, because he let it allow for a good 90 minutes. From the second half onwards, he let it go. Look at the first goal, how the goal even happened. Dembele started the game off the right, but somehow Dembele dropped deep into the midfield on the left side, not central of the midfield, left hand side of the midfield, to receive the ball for Nuno Mendes. Receives the ball, turns. All of a sudden, Barcola moves to the right when Dembele moves positions. Then Dembele passes the ball, and then Dembele makes this sprinting run into the box, and Bakona puts the ball in. Obviously, Konate, you have to do better, but again, Dembele making the effort then to get into the box, and yeah, he can touch the ball into it. This is what I'm saying. These are the little things what you can do then in the game when you can't find yourself on the ball, and this is what I think. This is exactly where I criticize Salah. Not saying it's Salah was poor, Salah's a shit footballer and all that. I'm not going to criticize and come with that criticism. My criticism is that you didn't even try to make something happen. And if you say you can't make it happen, then ask the manager, okay, what do we want to do here? Because clearly something's not working. Me and Trent can't get going on the right hand side at all. I can't remember McAllister doing anything even in the second half.
Him or Gravenberch.
I thought he was invisible as well today.
Just something. There was a lot of guys where I look at and say, bro, I can't you played, but you didn't play in the same time. That's why you saw PSG having pressure today. But then they dealt with it the moment they had to deal with it. Yeah. But yeah, man.
And Vitina gets through a lot of defensive work as well.
Bro, like
that's the one thing
about Vitinha and Neves, which I think what Enrique likes is that they have the tenacity about them. It's kind of like the Bernardo Silva kind of thing.
Yeah,
both of them just can run, and they're good on the ball.
Yes.
So yeah, man.
Welcome in Sunshine and Facts to the stream.
Yeah,
how are we doing, Sunshine?
Liverpool in the mud, Liverpool in the mud.
Mustard.
You telling me, Facts? You good?
Yeah, not too bad, man. Not too bad. I'm glad this Tuesday night game is over, man. I just want to go to Thursday, you know. It's just too.
Oh, well, you trying to go Conference League, yeah?
Yeah, come on, man. I want that Legia Warsaw away, man. Big time.
All right. Sunshine, thoughts on the Liverpool PSG game, please.
Yeah, I think just like you, I was not expecting PSG to win. I definitely thought it would be a game, but I didn't expect it to go to penalties. I didn't expect, PSG to kind of play them off the park a bit the way that they did. So it was a pleasant surprise. And, they really just figured out Slot in a way with, cutting off Salah.
So you think it was tactical? Okay. First.
Yeah, I mean, I think to an extent, because, I mean, even in the second half, they made they're able to figure some things out. So no one's played Liverpool like that, in my opinion, able to slow down Salah and, thankfully, well, I shouldn't say thankfully, but PSG just doesn't have a quality.
No, definitely say thankfully.
Huh?
I said definitely thankfully that they cut off the supply. 100%.
Yeah. And, if teams, you do that, then, you have a chance of beating them. So kudos to PSG 100%. And it's just good to see them playing well, after Mbappe leaving and Neymar and Messi leaving. So everyone kind of thought they'd be washed up. And clearly they're holding their own. So
yeah, and chance obviously they'll probably play Villa in the quarterfinal and then semi-final. Beckons for them, which is going to be good.
It's going to be a good one.
Yeah, it is, absolutely. I was just about to ask Fat saying, and this guy disappears. Dakota says after 2 goal attempts within the first 10 minutes, Salah dropped off big time. I hear that. Jota played horrible today. Darwin should have started. Subbing Gakpo was the wrong decision since he's coming off an injury. He was super slow on that himself. The ref was barely giving us any calls. Whereas I thought the ref did all right. I felt there was a couple questionable calls, but I thought overall he was fair for both sides. So I think he got everything right. And
because he didn't even give him a foul for that one when Salah was right outside the box, did he?
No, he didn't. He didn't.
No, he didn't. He didn't. That was a foul. That he missed a couple of calls here and there, but I thought he was alright. Like I've seen worse refereeing I'm calling, but not even trying to be biased or anything. I genuinely thought he actually did his job. Like it's just nice when I didn't it just felt nice knowing that it wasn't the type of game that got destroyed by like some refereeing conspiracy talk after the game. Like I can just enjoy it. Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, without doubt. Without doubt, 110%. Without doubt. And you lot continue to run up the lights, continue to get your questions in as well, people. They're just saying Villa, PSG, run it. I hear it. It's just great to see that Liverpool are out because it just kills treble talk. What's a treble? The treble. I can't even believe that was a conversation. I didn't hear that until we was on back again and someone mentioned it and was like, what's the difference between the two? Like, we don't know what the treble is. We know what a treble is and the treble. Like I said, 3 trophies is a treble.
And now
So,
it's
obviously, it's
honestly Newcastle now. It's up to
yeah,
them.
now it's a double.
Yeah.
Onto Newcastle on there, but it's like we know what if all of us, the teams we support, if we could pick 3 trophies to win, baby minus facts, we're all picking the 3 same trophies. What are we talking about?
Maybe
100%.
Baby, who knows
100%.
with you? You might say, "Hey, run me the Conference League, a Carabao, and a Community Shield." I never know what you're gonna say. See,
All right, to be
Even you
fair,
ain't surprised.
I did say at the start of the season, I want a baby domestic treble, but it's not going to happen.
All right, let me actually ask you the question. Facts. You can pick 3 trophies for Chelsea from next season. What 3 trophies are you picking?
Next
And you're in
season,
the Champions
okay.
League. Let's say you're in the Champions League. What 3 trophies do you want?
Good question. I want a Premier League.
Yeah.
I want a FA Cup and a
Mhm.
Champions League.
All right, there we go. So we got there. And that's everybody. So you know what it is. No one's telling you any different. That's the
100%.
difference between the two. So I can't believe it was. Nah, Chin Louis actually said it right. I thought he was going to say Community Shield or something. I'm not going to lie. But facts, thoughts on the game. Liverpool PSG.
To be honest with you, one player that impressed me the most from both legs, not only John Neves, but also Vitinha, because I thought that midfield today was controlling that Liverpool midfield today, because I've never seen that Liverpool midfield getting outrun like that, especially. I think having I don't know if they're having Gravenberch as a DM or not, if I'm not
Yeah, it was
mistaken.
Gravenberch. It was Gravenberch.
Yeah, I don't. I think Luis Enrique
And McAllister, both of them together.
Yeah, that's the thing, because I think Luis Enrique got his tactics spot on in that midfield, and I think the game kind of like it went down from there from Liverpool, and by the time you got subs like Endo came in, and it's like, yeah, that's a wrap for Liverpool. I think that's why I just think that the lack of depth in buying that position, especially, you can have Curtis Jones is fine, but he's not that prolific DM as people thought he would be, and that is where I feel like midfield.
But do you think the DM was the issue today? But do you think the DM was an issue today for Liverpool?
I think both legs. I think both legs. I can put it down to attackers as well.
I agree. First leg. I agree. First leg.
Second leg. I just think that PSG, to be fair, this leg they had more chances than in the first leg. They had more chances than the first leg. I think in the first leg, if they score about a couple of chances, Liverpool would have been knocked out like in this tie.
Yeah, that's the thing with PSG. If they don't find a way to finish, they're not. I don't think they could win the Champions League like that.
They got them jokers
who's
up
the
top. That was
striker,
the holdout.
Yeah. Who's the striker, by the way?
They alternated. So obviously they started with Kvaratskhelia and Dembele, but it's kind of a trio that rotates. But Dembele ain't it. Barcola's not it. Don't let the penalty with the wrong foot or the goal fool you. He is not it.
The performance. Yeah, because I tell you, the performance was generally shocking. But at the end of the day, they got the job done. So it's kind of like it's hard to hate when they got the job done. But
you give them credit for getting the job done. I'm just saying, don't let it be fool going forward. Like, oh, this is
exactly. That's what I say. That's what I say. Like, you should always be able to. Like, for me, unless you show them it over like a longer period. Like, for example, if them two, for example, for the rest of the Champions League campaign, help them carry them to somehow a semi-final or final, and then they can maybe win the final, then I can change my opinion. Okay, cool, you actually did it, you proved me wrong. But until then, I just got way too many question marks every time when I see them.
You know what? I'm going to give an honorable mention to one player, and that is Fabian Ruiz, because he put down the shift today. Because Gravenberch was like, whoa. I think he was kind of like shocked. I think he was shocked the way that Ruiz kind of like man marking him.
Did the business? Now you right.
But that's the thing. But you see here, because remember, we had the conversation yesterday on the playbook when we was doing West Ham Newcastle, and obviously I was saying how I thought Liverpool's issue in the first leg is how much they let PSG actually control the game in the manner that they let them have, like how much they were backing off. Because I thought, because you can make the argument, definitely say that maybe the plan was to sit off and then counter, but then I thought the pivot last game in the first leg, nothing was get going. So this time around, I was thinking if the game's gonna be the same, maybe they have to go with different midfielders. But I'll be honest, I'll be honest. I thought the PSG midfield was definitely better than midfield and Liverpool's midfield. I don't think
Absolutely.
the midfield, but I don't think Liverpool's midfield was the issue where they lost.
No,
I don't think
I
so.
think it's the forward line.
This is what I think so because again, they were in the right areas. We can't sit here and say that they were not in the air. Like if the forwards never get the ball to be in the areas like in the first leg, cool. Then I'll maybe sit here and say the midfield, the defense, how they keeping the ball was terrible. But I don't think Liverpool was that bad in terms of the midfield compared to the first leg. In the first leg, the team like you thought this performance was good from them too, and Greece. The first leg was 10 times better. I felt like.
I think it's a fine margin as well. And if you let's say if you kind of like want to compare it in the first leg, because I feel like the way that Slot's kind of set up, let's say I could go back to one of those games, like he kind of played a similar setup where I think it was one of the games this season.
Man City.
Yep, either Man City or Arsenal away. Because
both actually both. He did them both.
That's the thing. I think it's just that setup really is like, okay, it's similar. Because pre into this game, like I expect a similar approach because both fullbacks kind of like invite the pressure before kind of like switch around, and that's why I feel like Enrique kind of like figure it out from there. And look,
in the first leg or second leg? First or second leg?
Yeah.
First leg or second leg?
No, what are you saying for which leg?
With which leg I'm asking. Because in the first leg,
second leg. No, it was the second leg.
No, but in the second leg, Slot set up completely different to the first leg. Like first leg was similar to how he did against Man City and how he did against Arsenal away. The first leg was like this second leg, you can clearly tell because looking from the minute one, they were already up there, wanting to press high up the pitch, and we saw it. Even like how many times did we sat there in the watch along saying how distribution wise from the plane all the time. At one point, I think I had to say just kick it long because clearly it wasn't working.
Yeah, we were saying that a lot. That's what I was going to say.
Or there were even times where I said, "Yo, Nevers, Vitinha, one of you guys have to chop down to the centre backs because clearly you guys can't build up from deep." And they ended up doing it, and it helped them massively a lot. So I think Liverpool approached the game completely different from the first leg, which is not wrong. And you saw the benefits of it, but I think again, like Flo said, the attack was just not on it when the ball was in the area.
I said both attacks not on it today. I'll be real with you.
No, both attacks. No, I agree with that. Both attacks were not on it, but Liverpool. But I'm saying compared to the first leg,
you're saying that Liverpool probably had the worst one out of those two.
No, fucking hell, it's kind of hard to say because both of them are terrible. Both of them are terrible. Like if I'm generally trying to think who was worse, you know what? I slightly give it to. I give it to PSG because I thought. I said because at least with Liverpool, the defenders for PSG also Hakimi actually defended well, and then even Donnarumma started making a couple saves here and there. PSG, I don't know what the fuck some of these dudes were doing.
Yeah. And they were like, how many times too were we like pass it to the left or the right, and they would go the opposite way where there was more defenders instead of the obvious.
My day.
Decision making was so bad. You mentioned it, Jez. It's about it being a shot, and it's like, if you miss, but you say, yeah, it's a good effort. Like the Kvaratskhelia one that Gravenberch, that's a good effort. He hit another one in the second half, but some of them that's just abysmal. You just go, that's just what is going through your mind at that point. Like, you are high level ballers.
Right to Allison.
Yeah, it's crazy. Just pass back to the goalkeeper. Big up to Andy. He says, "Is this PSG team the most complete team?" No, in my opinion, I don't think it's the most complete team, but they might have the most complete midfield.
Yes, that I think midfield wise.
They might have, midfield wise. I'm struggling to think of a better midfield balance. Maybe Madrid if you throw Modric in there alongside Tchouaméni and
come on, or Valverde.
or Valverde. I'm just trying to think of the 10 or another 8, maybe Modric, Tchouaméni, Valverde. Yeah,
because if you go based off what teams play, because currently what Madrid play is shoot, Chouameni and Kama, because Kama's out and they have to play Valverde right back. So if you go based off that, which midfield would you rather prefer? I'll probably look at this
the PSG one.
Midfield. But in the same time, though, I think it massively also depends who the manager is for the PSG one. Because I don't think, because I think most managers don't. Actually, I forgot about the Barcelona.
Think about it, right?
Barcelona got a good midfield as well.
I forgot about. Sorry.
Yeah, so 1 second.
Go on.
You've got Dani Olmo in the 10. You've got Pedri and Frankie De Jong. So Pedri, De Jong, and Olmo as the midfield 3. What do you think of that midfield? I mean, that midfield.
I forgot about it. You know what it is? The only reason why I wouldn't say, I'll be honest, I put them probably as my second best this season in the Champions League, because not because the midfield is not better, like individual wise, I think it's better than PSG's, but just from the performance standpoint, I've generally been more impressed from PSG's midfield this season than Barcelona's in the UCL. But that doesn't mean Barcelona's midfield has been insane. But so has been PSG.
I hear what you mean. But I would say this about PSG's midfield. I feel like with PSG's midfield, we're only starting to see them really perform, I guess, around this year. Which is ironically, I would say, when we've actually been improving our performances this season. Because De Jong, our midfield, like earlier this season, De Jong and Pedri and Olmo were having a good season. De Jong had a slow start because he was coming back from injury. But I feel like this year, especially, right? He's definitely like been one of our best midfielders. That's why I think, like, obviously he needs to work on his defensive work. That's why we have Casado in the team. So Casado is more, he's the one I rely on when we're playing teams like Atleti in the weekend, right? So, but in games like this in the Champions League, I think that De Jong, Pedri, and also it's just creative-wise, you have 3 players there who are very creative, right?
Yes.
But defensively, they're not really, reliable.
But this is what I like. This is where I just a little bit like the PSG a little bit more, because, and you are right, 100%. It's more because even PSG as a whole team only started really clicking around the end of 2024.
Around December, I'll be honest.
Yeah, but from that period till March now, like I'm just been super impressed when I watched them, because I do watch them sometimes in Liga. I did watch them in the group stages, and I think this is one thing. At least there was one thing that I felt throughout the season, to be honest, was the thing that was consistent about them. The defense was poor, the attack was poor.
This is why I wanted to avoid him, because I was like, yo, I honestly, Flores, this is why, you remember you asked me, because you told me your PSG or Benfica, who do you rather? I'm like, bro, I'm trying to see Benfica. I don't want to see PSG right now. Because I knew it, bro. This PSG team were not to be played with, man. And this is the thing. I even said this when they started the season, right? I was talking to a PSG fan on my channel, right? And I was telling him, bro, you know what the difference between this team that you guys have now with the team in the past? I feel like this team that you guys have now has potential. The potential that this team has, because you know what this team doesn't have? It doesn't have the big egos. It doesn't have the ego of Mbappe. It doesn't have the egos of the Neymars, right? The egos of the Messi. The players that usually always think of themselves before they think of the team, right? What you have is like players who are great potential to be great, but also players that are willing to play together as a team. And sometimes that's what you need. You don't always you need good players. Don't get it twisted. And I think when you look at this PSG team, they have a lot of good players, like the Vitinhas, right? That Dewey kid, what's his name? Dembele. As much as I like him off, he's a top player. Barcola, exactly. Barcola. Like you can see, they're not highly rated, but they're still good players. And I'm like, that is what sometimes you need. You just need a lot of quality players in your team. You don't need world-class players, but quality players in your team that can click. And that's what sometimes you need, man. When you have that, sometimes that is valuable, especially today, man, because we don't have enough of that. And that's why when I look at this Barca team, it's the same thing with us. I feel like right now we have so many great players, but we also have a lot of quality players, right? And they know how to play with each other. And that's what I think.
Let me get to this, Andy, because this is a good point. Because he says, "Name me another complete team." I don't think there's a complete team in Europe, but I think there's better teams. The Real Madrid team is better than PSG. Outside of the midfield, it walks it. Goalkeeper walks it. Defensive individuals as a unit walks it. Attackers that can't get into Real Madrid's front three walk into PSG's front three. Diaz and Gula start for PSG. They don't start for Real Madrid.
That is a big take for
You know what? As
I don't
well,
think it's a
that-
big take. Who you take? Gula or Dembele? Who you taking?
Gula all day.
I mean, listen, I would
Diaz.
take
No.
Gula, but I'm not gonna
Omar,
lie.
answer the question. No. Let's go into it.
Yeah, I'm going.
Gula or Dembele? Who you taking?
Right now,
He said Gula. He said Gula.
honestly,
He said Gula.
guys, you know what I feel about Dembele.
So
but
then
I
my
would say
boy,
form-wise,
Barcola or Diaz? You see that goal that Diaz scored against Atletico Madrid? Barcola couldn't score that in his dreams. What are we
That's what
talking
I'm saying.
about?
I would. Take
Andy,
Diaz
you
over
tripping
Barcola.
Dembele, man. You trip
No,
Dembele. He's not good, man.
Flawless, here's the thing. I'm not gonna lie. You know me, Flawless. I've been the most critical Dembele hater, bro, you could ever see. But this is the thing, bro. Dembele this year, form-wise, especially this year, this 2025,
Rodrigo
he's
was
been
ahead of
on smoke.
Dembele. What are you on about?
No, I'm not saying
No,
he's been.
let him finish, man. Let him finish.
No, but that's what I'm saying. At the end of the day, I'm just saying, based on form right now, I'm not gonna lie. I think Dembele has a good shout to be in the team right now. Right now.
Can I ask a question?
But we're talking form. But
yeah.
the thing is, there's no form that if he was at Real Madrid, he's holding bench.
No, this is the thing. We need to. This is why I want to rewrite the question.
Dembele as a 9 this season. Sorry, even him as a 9. There's a reason he's playing 9.
Yes, and that's why I want to ask the question that way. Just forget the form thing. Just from player to player, who would you take? Because I think because some players can hit very good form and then drop off again. Because this is obviously something unprecedented from what I've seen for Dembele in his career, and I give him credit. The way he's been performing on it this season, since 2025, this guy just weirdly started performing into some crazy shit. But just from what we have seen, and just from a general standpoint, we see more parts from Dembele than what we're seeing right now. So for me, it's like, I wouldn't take Dembele right now. Like for me, if he continues like that for, let's say, the rest of this year, maybe I can rethink it. But he hasn't proven to me for a very long time. And Omar, you would know that as well.
You
know how you know this? You know how you know this? Because his performance wasn't even that good today.
But yeah, that's the thing.
He was not good today, but because the bars on the floor for him.
Yeah, exactly. And
that's why that's being crowned. He was not good. If they go out, you know who I'm blaming most? Him. I'm looking at him.
You're preaching to the choir. I'm not. Let me get it twisted. My opinions on Dembele has in the form that he's in. I'm looking at this way. I'm like, that's why this is Flawless. Why I use the form point, because I'm telling you, form-wise, I would pick him. But that doesn't mean that at the end of the day, because sometimes form is temporary, class is permanent, and I think that he's in good form. You understand what I'm saying? So for me, when it comes down to it, I'll say form-wise, I'll take him because I don't think Gula has really been given a lot of chances. Now, I don't blame Gula at all. I still think Gula is a top baller, man. Like I would have
put it this way, they're a better player with Gula. They're a better team with Gula.
I would say that. Yeah, if Dewey is doing,
and I think Gula would. Conversation that we, and this is the conversation. That's why this is what the conversation we're having is that. On form, you're probably looking and say Dembele, maybe you take him. But if you're just looking from a general point of view, you're taking Gula over Dembele. And it's not a hot take because that guy has been frustrating. Like everybody knows I've been watching Dembele since he joined Dortmund. That guy is
you think you're frustrated? Imagine me.
Oh, this guy
cost me a Champions League.
No, I heard it. The funny part is because the guy joined us when he was 18.
I know.
He's like 26, 27 now, and he's still the same player.
We're still having conversations about him.
It's the same player.
Wait. Just how old did you say he was when he joined you lot?
18. He was 19. He was 18, 19.
He's 18, 19. And how old is he now?
He's like 26, 27.
He's 27.
So he's 27. So
he's in the prime of his career. He's in his prime years.
Hold up. So all 9 years later, we're still having conversations about this.
This is why I don't rate him. This is why I don't rate him.
Let me go to Prime. Prime, what you saying, man?
Go ahead, Prime.
Thoughts on the game? I don't know if you watched PSG, Liverpool, PSG. Thoughts just on the overall game. I think we're getting some feedback from someone. Who is that? Is that you, Fats?
Yeah, it's just a little bit.
Yeah, go on, say something. Nah, it isn't you. It might be Prime. Prime, we can't hear you, fam. Yeah, it's Prime.
That was fine. Yeah. Put the mic out and put it back in.
Yeah, do that.
Nah, I still can't hear you.
Yo, put the mic out and put it back in if you can.
It's cool. No stress. Do your thing, man. You lot continue to run up the likes, continue to hit the subscribe button. Make sure you lot subscribe to Sunshine's channel as well, Sunshine FC. The link's in the title, people. Click the link, go subscribe to Sunshine's channel. She's doing great work over there. So make sure you go and sub. Yo, Prime, what you saying?
Hello?
Yeah, there we go. We can hear you now, man. Thoughts on the game, Prime?
Before I get to that, I think the stuff you're talking about before, I think it's not just about looking at individuals. PSG, I think, are probably a better tactical team than Real Madrid. But in terms of actually turning up in big games, we know what Real Madrid constantly do. I'm very impressed about what Enrique is doing at Real Madrid, PSG, especially with this young team now. And I expected them to be a better team without like Mbappe, because without having him to bail them out, like they would have to actually build a proper team. But what's funny now is the team they now have, particularly their forward line, they need an Mbappe. That's the funny thing.
Crazy.
But yeah, in terms of Liverpool, I don't think there is necessarily much wrong with the like performance and stuff per se about Liverpool. But you know what happens? You know what's needed in these big games, these big must-win games. You know what's needed?
Right.
Sometimes we need one of the best players of all time to turn up. Sometimes we need that, man. Sometimes we need Hazard to turn up. Sometimes we need a Sanchez or a Bale to turn up. Why wasn't Salah turning up?
Hazard in the Champions League.
Hazard in 10 minutes.
Hazard in the Champions League.
Omar, let me cook.
Stop interrupting, bro. I'm talking about in big games. 110 minutes, and you're just not turning up at all. You're pocketed by Nuno Mendes. 110 minutes. Really? Again, this is against a PSG that we all said going to Anfield, you have no chance. And you're not turning up at all. You're not doing something. You're not doing something. Really? This is your Ballon d'Or, by the way. Your Ballon d'Or season. The title's already wrapped up in the league. Right? Everything's wrapped up. Because everyone's complaining about PSG rested their whole team at the weekend. Liverpool should have done that coming into this game, because it doesn't matter if you guys had won, if you guys had lost last weekend. Arsenal are not winning this league. Salah, where are you? Why didn't you do anything? Why didn't you try and help the team? Why didn't you turn up? Why didn't you do something? Something against PSG, against Mendes. Donnarumma's not that good in goal, apparently. Why don't you do something? Something. Dembele was better on the night. Dembele was better in 2 legs. And again, people just said Dembele is not that good. So why is it Dembele could have done something?
I think he didn't have the opportunity to do anything a lot of times, though.
But when you're one of the best players, create that opportunity. Numerous times I've seen Hazard, Bale, Sanchez, Beckham, Rooney, etc., Ronaldo create opportunities. Create opportunities.
Yeah,
create
something out of nothing. Yeah,
and that's my point. That's my point. Create something. I rate Salah. He's inevitable when it comes to the GA stuff, but he has games like this where the game's very tight. We need you to turn up because you're the best player, you're the best in the world, and you just fail to do so. That's why it's very difficult to put him in the same bracket of
Henry,
a Bale, of a Hazard, of a Sanchez, of a this guy, of a that guy, because these guys would have done something. Hazard would have done something. Bale would have done something. And I'm talking about Spurs Bale, by the way, not even Real Madrid Bale. Ronaldo, Man United Ronaldo would have done something. We already know what Messi would do.
Yep.
Suarez would have done something tonight. Coutinho, Liverpool, would have done something tonight.
Liverpool Coutinho, yeah.
Mane would have done something tonight.
Oh yeah, Mane, bro. This is the kind of thing that Mane
why are you not doing something? Again, this is not like, say, it's Real Madrid, right, or Atletico or Inter Milan. Those teams I would understand, but this is PSG, who tend to just bottle things now. Why didn't you just do something? And this is a PSG side that in the next round they're not going to go through. This is what PSG will do, by the way. No, this is what PSG. No, but this is PSG, right? This is what they tend to do. They'll beat a difficult team, and then in the next round they just get knocked out. This is what PSG.
They go out to
Villa or Club Brugge.
No, but that's my point is this is what PSG will tend to do. They'll get knocked out. They'll get knocked out in the next round. That's my point.
You know, this is where I wanna. But this is one to see.
Hold on,
Go on.
Why Salah This is your Ballon d'Or year. Again, where are you? Turn up, do something, and you can't. Why? Why? When we put you on a big pedestal, why can't we criticize you? Because when it's Palmer or Saka or whoever who don't turn up in these big moments, we're allowed to criticize them. I'm not saying we should slander Salah, by the way. He's been phenomenal this season. But in these big games, when it's must win, where are you? Where are you? That's my problem. Where are you, Salah?
He's got Liverpool fans looking like this.
Hey! End of this year.
That's a video, by the way. That's a video.
AFCON, because I put my neck and said you're winning this AFCON. Don't do this at AFCON, bro. Don't do this at AFCON. Legacy.
You know what? I'm starting to change my opinion, man. I think they might. If he plays like this, bro.
No. My opinion still stands about AFCON. He's winning the AFCON.
He's gonna turn up in AFCON.
He's still winning. He is. No, he is. But if you don't, this is your legacy. But I don't care about you winning 2 titles at Liverpool. This is your legacy. Win AFCON. Win it.
By the way, I got a video.
Before we get to Kaneki, I want to see this. Go on, run this, Jez, and then we'll get to Kaneki.
Somebody got an echo. Somebody got an echo, by the way, as well.
Yeah,
I think it's fine. I think. Let me check.
Let me play this video real quick.
Is it still there? Was it gone?
It's gone.
No, it's gone. It's gone now. By the way, it's still here.
Wait, one second.
Shout out to all of
yo. Wait, whoa. Was it gone?
Whoa.
Yeah, it was Omar. I think it was Omar, Prime. Go on.
Shout out to all of Conte's characters of City, man. He cut with the caption, when a girl exposes that you're having an affair with another girl.
What?
This is the caption. By the way, the video is playing, by the way.
No, my guy Mons is going through it, man.
He can hold that.
Oh.
You know what? He can hold that, man, because he's been loud for a few days.
Oh, why is he looking like he's a part of like an R&B 2000 song?
For me, he had to watch Subaj live for 120 minutes. That's what he does to people.
Yeah, because he thought it was that. He thought it was that. Yeah, that's why. They looked at it. They thought, get past PSG.
Look at Mons. That's the look of watching your Ballon d'Or contending winger go up against a Wakandan, bro. That's what that look is.
Back, Kaneki.
You know what? Someone needs to add the music to this, like welcome darkness, my old friend.
Yeah, exactly, bro.
Yes. Shout out Months, man. Couldn't happen to a nicer crook. You already know. Kaneki, thoughts on the game before we close out?
Okay, I'm just gonna do this. We're not going to do this whole PSG hype here. Okay. Yes, I hate them. Yes, I hate them. I hate them. I hate them, but we're not going to do this PSG hype, okay? This is the weakest PSG team we've ever seen. Let's not do this. Bar that midfield, everything in their attack. If it's not Kvaratskhelia, their attack is crap. Their back line is still crap. And Donnarumma is an idiot. We're not going to do this, okay? We're literally not going to do this, all right? Because, let's be honest, why I said that Liverpool would have gone through, I never expected to watch Liverpool park the bus at Anfield when they've literally played against a stronger version of this PSG team and went toe-to-toe against them. All right, so we're not going to do this. That Amber District's Almiron, okay? Listen, we're not doing this, okay? We're not doing this. All right, Barcola needs to go play for Montpellier in League 2. All right, you're not it, bro. Desiree Doué was okay. The game. Remember when I said that Man United went to PSG and got the wrong midfielder? Flawless. Yeah. Everybody remember the Vitinha that I said we should have signed when there was no midfield available? Yeah, yeah. That's the Vitinha that I was talking about. But we're not going to do that. We're not going to act like they defended well. 2 of PSG defenders defended well today. 2. And that's Pacho and Mendes. Marquisio and Hakimi were doing everything in their power to sell this game. We're not going to do this. Someone ban Ryan. Hold on, let me just hold that.
Yeah, ban him, bro. Ban him.
Bun that youth. Bun that youth. Bun them.
Yeah, go away, Ryan. All right. Shout out for renewing your membership. Go away. Anyways, so we're not going to do this. Let this be okay. This is a good example of why I said that Salah is not a Ballon d'Or contender. Why all these P and things that you man hype up. Salah's a Ballon. No, Mahrez has more rights of being a Ballon d'Or contender than Salah. Because when Manchester City needed Mahrez against Real Madrid, he was there. Mahrez wasn't out here getting pocketed by some Wakandan out here, by a Wakandan, yeah? Let's be real. Salah was on that wing, and every single moment he looked at, like Nunes just gave him. Anyone of you see that African meme with the guy just staring and nodding his head, not even saying anything? That's literally what Nunes was doing. Every time the ball passed, Nuno Mendes was just looking at Salah. Are you going to chase it? Like, I dare you. I double dare you, motherfucker. Chase the ball. I dare you. Every time Salah went up against Nuno Mendes, he stopped. That's a Ballon d'Or contender? That's the Ballon d'Or contender right there. Yeah? Man was out here last season watching Sancho have this dude doing crisscross applesauce. Jadon Sancho, that's washed, isn't good, and lazy, had Nuno Mendes doing crisscross applesauce. But a Ballon d'Or contender was out here, got pocketed in the first leg, got taken out the pocket, and got put in a different pocket this leg. Really? Really? You parked the bus against one of the worst PSG teams I've seen in 10 years.
You have to give him
this is the worst PSG team I've seen in 10 years.
You think he played well?
Really?
Play well, Kaneki. Like
that's the only fam. These mans, Fabian Ruiz showed Gravenberch that he studied the book of Busquets. Fabian Ruiz was like, I was there when that book was written. Yeah? Fabian Ruiz showed him what it actually is to be a deep-lying playmaker in the midfield. And it also helped that Fabian Ruiz had Vitinha beside of him and not McAllister. McAllister for that chance, I don't know. The keeper saved the shot and it just bounced, and he didn't even anticipate the bounce to just easily tap in the ball. But we're not going to even get in on that. Liverpool cost themselves today. All right, we're not going to do this PSG. We're not going to do this.
No, see, but Kaneki, but can I ask you a question though, real quick though?
Yeah,
because I agree with you on the overall standpoint. Because for me, like you said, they have to prove themselves that they're like, okay, you know what, they're maybe turning the corner. But just based off the two legs, me personally, I thought PSG was actually great. Like you can give people credit and still have question marks about them.
So you wanna know why we're saying it's great? They were great, but also because they Liverpool were literally not clinical. Yeah, we could say PSG. You can say if you can say, well, if PSG was clinical, there's no clinical player in their team. There's no clinical player in their team.
Kvaratskhelia is. Let me ask a question on that. Outside of Salah, is there a clinical player in Liverpool side, in your opinion?
Gakpo. Gakpo.
But he couldn't play because he was injured.
But can I just say this?
He's injured.
Yes. Here's the thing.
He was injured, so he couldn't really play.
This is why when you during the playback, when you were giving credit to the PSG team, I said it before when I was calling out Salah. Here's the thing: when I'm judging Salah to the level that many people like to put Salah in. Here's the thing, bro: you cannot be going missing. Bro? I don't care what tactic or what style or whatever the opposing team do, bro. You can't be going ghost for one half completely, bro. Like
no, but then two things can be right though. But two things can still be right. I agree though.
This is why, because you just mentioned, you know what? This is what Prime said that I actually agree with. The top players that we always talk about, the Hazards, the Cristianos, the Messi, all of these. Bro, do you think these guys were not trying to? When they were playing against teams, the opposing teams were not trying to mark them out of the game.
Yeah.
But then, Mark, do you rate?
But they were always menaces, and this is the thing with Salah. This season, even in games, we've seen it flawless, right? You guys watch the Premier League every game, right? Flawless. You know this. This season alone, even though he's got a lot of GA, he's had games where he's got GA, where he's completely gone ghost without.
Bro, he was horrible against Southampton and scored 2 penalties.
This is my point.
He was horrible against Southampton and scored 2 penalties.
But this is where I think, because when we had the conversation, and obviously Flores can be back up because before you came here on the play on the what's it called again? This fuck,
Q&A,
I forgot the name.
YouTube fam.
On the Q&A, yeah. Fucking hell. Before I came on,
English
I
is not your
criticized.
first language. It's cool, fam. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, bro. Like, I'm saying, I love that gimmick, but
I got you, man.
but because I came on here saying because one thing I couldn't go because we were watching the game and I tried to watch the game as well. Didn't want to make it a big conversation. Is that I end up coming on here and criticize Salah as well because Primus, right? You are right because the best players make things happen, and I was talking about how Salah failed in that aspect because me obviously I was giving PSG credit for neutralizing just the whole side that was Salah playing in general. I give them credit for that. Some people will not do it. I will do it. But in the same time, I was asking question marks then. Okay, Slot, why are you not trying to make some things where maybe Salah plays in other areas of the pitch? Salah, why not you as the player itself? Why you not want to try to drop into certain pockets? Why do you not want to
know why, Jez? You want to know why, Jez?
Because he doesn't want to do it.
No, it's not only that, Jez. When I told people why I don't put Salah, why I said it's insulting to put Salah in the same conversation as Eden Hazard, it's insulting to put Salah in the same conversation as Ronaldo. It's insulting to put Salah in the conversations with players that are actually good. You want to know why? Because they can do more than one role. Riyad Mahrez was Manchester City's was best player in both their Champions League finals. In both their seasons when they made the final, Mahrez was their best player. You want to know why? Because when they needed him to go in certain positions on the in the front line, he could do it. Salah at striker is horrible. Salah can't play as a 10 because he's flat-footed. Salah can't play on the left. Salah can only play one place. Salah can't drift inside. Salah don't got that. Salah do not have fam. Salah do not stop putting Salah. Stop putting.
This is why Flores.
This is exactly the thing is.
Go ahead. I mean, this is the thing, Flores. This is why. When I'm judging, this is why when I'm judging Salah, I'm sorry. You have to be harsh when you're judging a guy like Salah.
Of course.
This is the thing.
Of course.
This season, bro, we're hearing Liverpool fans have been trying to bring this conversation of him and Henry, bro. I'm sorry. Henry doesn't go missing like this in games. Yes, he got missing in finals and all that. That's what people always said. But this is the thing, bro. Even in my youth, even when I was a child, Flawless, and I was getting into football, I saw Henry go to the Bernabeu, right, and completely go past the entire Galacticos team and scored one of the best goals I've ever seen, bro. That's what he used to do. He didn't need to just stand in one area.
But then at the same time,
he would go to the midfield, get the ball, and then go and score a goal.
Salah's not, but the thing is with Salah for me, right? Salah's, if this was Salah with his first few years at Liverpool, I would be like, you know what? This is what we expect. He's just scrappy. He's not good of an all-round technical player. You're a lot better now than people give you credit for. You do have a technical bag. You do have a playmaking bag. Where was that in 110 minutes?
What technical bag?
Hold on, that's my problem. Because 13-14 semi-final, Chelsea played Atletico Madrid. Second leg, Jose played with 7 defenders. He played Azpilicueta at right wing. And Hazard still popped off and did something that night for us. We still went out with players, but Hazard at least turned up. I've seen Bale go to Inter Milan at Spurs and pop off. You have to do something.
If
Salah balled out in 110 minutes and Liverpool still went out, you know what? No one would be blaming you. No one would blame you. No one would blame you. You'd be like, oh, you did everything. Nunez missed a sitter, etc., etc. Van Dijk didn't track his run. People would look at other players. But the fact that you didn't play well, you're meant to be the Ballon d'Or winner, best player in the world. You're better than all these players. You're on par with all these players. It's fair to I'm not saying slander, by the way. I'm saying it's fair to
But this is what well, and he does the business. We'd be here praising him. So therefore, on the flip side,
this is the thing. But that's just the thing, though, because obviously I'm trying to clarify because I feel like people taking it in as I was trying to make this no excuses, but trying to give a reason why Salah was playing. But now, partly, I do think I give me personally, I do give PSG credit in aspects of it, shutting him down as well. Because I agree with Kaneki, those other 2 defenders was not helping Pacho and Mendes at all. I agree with you.
By the way,
hold on. Let me finish.
Let me get to this.
But then in the same prep,
wrong. Sorry, go on, Jez.
But in the same prep, I do agree with you guys what you said. If you're gonna have to conversate, because it was the same thing with Jude Bellingham last season. But I said, everybody knows I'm a Jude fan. But I said, if you really want to cement yourself as a Ballon d'Or, you have to, in these moments where your team asks you what people say about you, the narratives that are out there in the media, you have to fulfill these narratives. Same with Salah. We talking about him if he wins the Champions League, the numbers that he's putting up in the Premier League, and he wins the Premier League, and he can potentially go out and win Adriable as well, potentially. Obviously, not more anymore. You can put yourself at least in the Ballon d'Or conversation. But with performances like that and your team going out, again, you flatter to do.
You know what it is,
yeah, and you fail. No, hold on. I'm about to finish. But this is where you fail with you. But this is where you fail with your expectations that people have from you. Me personally, because I agree with you guys, I don't put Salah in conversations like Bale, Hazard, because we saw what they did.
Yeah,
because of the ability that I believe. But anyway,
Salah shouldn't be the focus players like Diaz. Wait, hold up. Salah shouldn't be the focus players like Diaz, Nunes, and Jota underperform. No, he is the focus.
Wrong.
You know why? You know why he is the focus, Andy? Because he's Liverpool's
best player. There you go.
So it can't be. He's playing so well. He's getting all these plaudits. King Salah, he's gonna break records. We're putting him up. Does he get in the Premier League all-time 11? Henry, Rooney, Bale, etc., all this stuff. Ballon d'Or talk, Ronaldo, all of this stuff, and it's all like most of it's deserved in regards to the season he's having is phenomenal. But we're talking this game in isolation where you are 1-0 up. No, you can't have an off day.
You can't have an off day.
Can I just say this?
Hold up. Hold up. 1 second. Hold up. 1 second. Let me land. Because this is completely wrong. You cannot have an off day. And if you do have an off day, you hold smoke. Same way when Messi had an off day, as rare as it was, what did we do to him?
In that Roma game.
Before you forget that. Hold up. Let me land. Internationally, ruined him. When he was losing to Chile in finals, bear in mind, he's arguably the greatest player we've seen. Cristiano Ronaldo, for those that don't know, when he was at Manchester United, his record against the Big Six, minus Arsenal, was terrible. His first goal at Anfield was for Real Madrid. He didn't have a good record against Chelsea. I remember when he first went to Real Madrid, there was all the conversation about him being terrible in El Clasicos and his poor record. You know what Ronaldo did? Started scoring in them games. He started turning it around, the karma at the new camp, things like that. There's no excuses. We've all heard the phrase, heavy is the head that wears the crown. You can't, if you are going to be the king, or you are the king, or you're doing king shit, guess what comes with that? King responsibilities. King responsibilities. That's what happens. Wait, hold up. Let me just land with that, and then I'll let you lot go as well. Bear in mind, it's advantage you. It's not like you were 1-0 down going away to PSG. You're 1-0 up, them coming back to your place. Bear in mind, PSG are a good side, very good side on their day. They are nothing spectacular. Andy, you expected Liverpool to win this game. General consensus was Liverpool was going to win the tie before the first leg. General consensus after the second leg was even more so that Liverpool were going to win the game. So we're not doing that you have an off day, because if he bags a hat trick, what are we talking about? Can't have it both ways. You can't be here with the praise when it goes well and it goes bad. No. We shouted about it all from Spider-Man rooftops. If you're praising him from Spider-Man rooftops, guess what we're going to do? Criticize from them same rooftops. Not doing this about you have an off day. Absolutely not. Go on, bro.
This is why I say that we can't put him on a big pedestal when you're not turning up in these moments. There's excuses that people try and give. People try to give the same excuses for Hazard when he didn't turn up at times in big games. It's not good enough. You have to be. And again, it's not like I said before. If this was Real Madrid they were playing, or Inter Milan, we know how great their defense is, or Atletico, you know what? I'd hear the excuse for Salah. I'd hear it. Fine. You have Inter and Atletico, the two best defenses in the world, and Real Madrid is Real Madrid. Real Madrid will play well for 5 minutes and 2 legs and go through. It's Real Madrid. I understand it. But this is PSG that, as good as they are, we still expect you to go through. And like Jez and Kaneki both said, the only two defenders that played well was Nuno Mendes and Pacho. 2 defenders that played on your side of the pitch. So I then expect you to drift centrally, drift out to the left-hand side, play as a strike, do something. I've seen it for Hazard at times where he can't get change from the right back. He'll drift in as a 10. He'll drop deep, collect the ball, spin. He'll drift to the right-hand side. He'll do something.
Let me ask you a question, Bram.
Yeah.
Atletico Madrid play Real Madrid today. If Real Madrid perform poorly and go out, who's taking the vast majority of the blame in that?
I'm looking at Mbappe.
Mbappe.
Thank you.
No, but
whether it's fair or not, and flawless, right? Whether it's fair, even if Mbappe scores a brace and Real Madrid still don't go out. Well, why didn't you score a
Yo, Prime.
Why didn't you just go
Prime. We played Barcelona back in 2018 in a quarterfinal of the Champions League. We got bopped off the park. Pogba got blamed. Our midfielder got blamed while we lost that game. Listen to me.
Yeah, exactly. True.
Yep. I don't want anybody trying to type. Listen to me. Mohamed Salah is the Lionel Messi of Theo Walcott's. Okay. We're just going to.
Brennan Johnson's, man. I thought it was Brennan Johnson.
Nah. I want to say the Lionel Messi of Jeremy Pennant, but you need to understand it, okay? You see, when you guys want Salah to do things that he can't do, like, oh, Salah had an off day. Yo, Ballon d'Or contenders aren't allowed to have an off day.
No.
Do any of you remember the hell Ronaldo went through when he went 1 month without scoring a goal? Yeah? When they got knocked out the Champions League, who was it that knocked them out again?
Leon
under Mourinho.
Leon. No, it was
Leon.
Before his first season, it was Leon who knocked them out of the under 16.
Yeah.
And he got flack for that.
Ronaldo got hell. Everybody was dragging Ronaldo. Yeah? When Ronaldo left and it was Real Madrid, when they lost to Manchester City, do you know the shit Benzema got? Do you know the shit Madrid and how much hell they gave Benzema when they got knocked out by Manchester City?
And heavy is the head that wears the. This is why we crash on.
This is what I'm saying.
This is why we crash on.
You said Leon, by the way. But if this was a big team, like I said, if you're getting knocked out against one of the favorites and you're getting pocketed by one of the best defenders in the world, I hear it. It's fine. I'm not going to slander you. If he got pocketed by, say, a Bastogne, Inter Milan, or by Atletico's defense, I hear it. I'd hear it. I'd hear it. But it's PSG. Everyone said, "Oh, 1-0 up. You're coming to Anfield. You're coming to Anfield."
Bro, Prime, you need to understand this. Go on.
See, when it comes to, but I'll say this, right? This is why when you use the point, Flawless, about Messi, you just mentioned it, though. When we lost 4-0 to Liverpool, who do you think was the one getting most of the flag? Even though in the first leg he dominated and scored gave us a 3-0 lead. What happened in the second leg when we lost? What happened in the 8-2 against Bayern? Who do you think was getting a lot of it? Who was everyone looking at? Where was all the pictures? Who was in the main picture when we lost to Bayern Munich? There you go. Exactly. Right? When we lost to Roma, guess who was the one whose face was there? It was Messi. You understand what I'm saying? When they lost the World Cup final, the Copa America, every single tournament. Why? Because
and rightfully so. And that's why I'm not hearing about it's the other players.
This is why I don't listen to it. This is why you can tell me, oh, this guy had the game of his life, this and this. Listen, man, credit to him. But dude, if you're gonna tell me that I should look at Salah as one of the best players we've ever seen in the Premier League, or a Ballon d'Or season and all that, guess what, bro? I'm judging him on Ballon d'Or standards. I'm sorry, bro. Ballon d'Or standards means that when your team loses, I'm looking at you wondering, yo, what did you do in the game? What were you doing in the game?
No.
You understand what I'm saying, right?
That's it, Omar. It's
Omar.
What you did. Don't tell me about the others, because it wasn't the others where we talking about where you are at. And I rate him. Don't get me wrong. Cold. I'm saying when it comes to output. But before we move on, because we're going to close out shortly, continue to run up these likes. Hit the subscribe button again. Subscribe to Sunshine's channel. Link is in the title. I'm going to
get Sunshine and everybody.
Before we close out, make sure you subscribe to Beijing Reds TV as well. Sunshine, go on, Kaneki. Go on.
I'm going to say before you go to Sunshine, what he said, that Salah's been doing this for 7-8 years. And do you know how long R9's been doing what he was doing? Ronaldinho, Ribery, Bale, Robin. Like, hello? Dybala has been one of the best right wingers in the world for 7 years. All right, like we're not going to do this longevity thing. We're not going to do this longevity shit. Benzema has been one of the best strikers in world football.
Longevity, I think that's just it adds in as a different argument. Because I think
but I don't like it. Like he's been doing it for 7-8 years. Okay, yeah, Benzema's been doing this for 10 years. Like Benzema's been doing this for 10 years. Bale's been doing this for 10 years.
I think
Ronaldo's been doing that for what? 15 years.
Benz is one of the best strikers I've ever seen. Period.
Yep. And you know what's funny, Flawless? Let me just quickly say this, Flawless, right? When Mane was playing for Liverpool, bro, Mane never went missing like this in games. I'm not saying that he wasn't having bad games for Liverpool, but dude, to be so locked up, bird, that you would literally go missing, bro. That second half, when I was in the playback, I asked you, Flawless, is this guy on the pitch, bro? I wasn't even excited.
They caught the supply, man.
After 25 minutes of watching the game, I'm like, bro, where is Salah?
Do you know what world-class players do, though, Salah?
Mane never went missing in games like this, bro. I've seen big games in games like this, bro, where the game is intense, where Mane is the one that stepped up, not Salah. You understand?
Omar, I just show you this, Flawless. I want you to get the sunshine. Before you say this, world-class players, if you cut off their supply, they make their own supply. They become the supply. That's what they do.
Hey, what did Smokey's mum say on Friday? Make it enough. What I'm saying, just for those that know, you know what I'm saying? Like, but we keep it stepping. Sunshine, we'll go to you. Atletico Madrid, Real Madrid today. It's tomorrow for you because obviously you're in the US time zone. Who you got going through?
I have Real Madrid going through, but I think this game's going to be similar to what we just watched. I think it could potentially be like everyone thinks Real Madrid's going to go through, and then Atletico Madrid just find a way to win. So, oh gosh.
Right, so you say Real Madrid wins. Fats has just got a great. He just got a DM. You know what I'm saying, with some nudes. Yo, Fats, what are you saying?
I was sorry.
It's all right. Don't have to apologize, man.
No, he was.
You don't have to apologize. Fats, you're doing too much. You don't have to apologize. It's cool. Real Madrid, Atletico Madrid, scoreline prediction.
Oh, Real Madrid, Atletico Madrid. That's gonna be
I'm gonna make one check them.
Who you got going through? 1-0 win to who?
1-0 win to Real.
Oh, you got Real. All right, cool. Kaneki, what are you saying? Real or Atletico? Who's going through?
Yeah, I'm going Real Madrid. I'm complete bias. I don't like Simeone. I don't need to see any more terrorist football anymore, bro. Like I realize we've been actually enjoying watching PSG football games right now. We are enjoying watching the Champions League. I don't need to see any more 8-2-0s. Yeah, we need no more 8-2-0s. Okay.
What are you saying?
Real Madrid.
You got Real Prime. What are you saying? Real or Atletico?
Yep. It's gotta be Real.
You saying Real? Okay, cool. Omar, what you saying? You're two of your not both ups, but one title rival and one arch rival.
Both title rivals, to be fair.
Both title rivals, but one arch and nemesis.
Yeah, I know that here. Now I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna say shock. I let you, man. I heard it.
You are late.
Yeah,
cool.
Oh, Flawless, can you share this as well, please?
Yeah. Give me 1 second. Yeah, Jez, what you saying?
I finished the Madrid W.
Yeah. Madrid derby quickly.
I got Madrid. Winning 2-1.
Okay, Madrid 2-1. And what is this? No caption.
It's an ultimate cup of Salah on it. Obviously, it's a FIFA ultimate cup. And then
they're saying that's crazy. You know, that's mad. Man did pocket him as well.
By Nuno. No one talked about Salah. I've seen Salah get pocketed by the likes of Marcus Alonso and Luke Shaw. No one speaks on this, bro.
No, I remember the season when he got pocketed by the
I forgot to mention this as well.
Fans, hold on. Liverpool fans like to behave as if it's only like the PNP players that pocket Salah. Alonso's not PNP. Luke Shaw's definitely not PNP.
Ashley Young pocketed him for 2 years. Don't forget that as well. He failed to score against Man United for 2 straight years. Ashley Young, who was 37, by the way.
Ashley Young PNP, man.
Flawless. I'm sorry, Prime. Do you even remember? Because do you remember the season after you guys won the league with Mourinho when you guys finished 10th, right? Hazard didn't have a good season. Guess what happened, bro? People were doubting Hazard that season. Why? Because everybody looked at Hazard and said, "You are Chelsea's best player. You are the guy that you're supposed to be the one carrying this team." Guess what? When they were 10th, he was the one getting most of the stick. It was Hazard.
Rightfully so. Even though he had injuries that season, rightfully
exactly.
So.
That's what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. When we're judging these people by the high standards, we're judging them on high standards because you tell us that they're the best players. So guess what? We're looking at you when the team is not doing well. Why is the team not doing well? Answer the question. Simple, man. Like, that's the thing, man. At the end of the day, bro, when you want to, like you just said, Flawless, when you want to put on the big boy shoes, man, at the end of the day, you better be ready to deal with the big boy pressure, man.
By the way, can I quickly, because we did the prediction for today for us.
Yo, Benjamin, it's just.
I want to change my opinion from last week, bro. Nah, Lil gonna beat us the early kick. I changed my mind.
I might do a watch along for it. Maybe not. Keep it.
Don't. There's gonna be a snooze fest. I'm telling you.
Because I don't think the game's gonna be good.
No, it's not gonna be good at all.
Why are you gonna be there, Sunshine?
Of course.
Lil
Dortmund, Dortmund, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Look at the enthusiasm on your face.
Yes,
Look at you.
Bro, because I have to speak on it. I have to speak on it, man, because, bro, honestly, like, I keep saying this, and people say, Jess, you don't want to see him leave your football club. That's why you say this. No, I keep saying this, man. But our best players cannot show that. Guirassy is doing his thing, isn't it? But Biden Gitters, who was getting hella hyped. I'm seeing the switch up that I have seen on Twitter is crazy. I'm seeing people praying that as Premier League clubs scams Dortmund, or not scams, but that Dortmund can scam the Premier League team, because I've seen like Premier League teams want. Bro, what I saw on the weekend, crazy. That team, I better hope that team doesn't go through, because I don't want to play Barcelona this season. Because what we did last season was already a scam.
Yeah,
but I don't want to see Barcelona. I said I don't want. Bro, we lost 1-0 to Augsburg at home, Florence. This is like when fucking, let's say if Chelsea is losing to fucking it's a mediocre team in the Premier League. It's like, there we go. It's like Chelsea losing 1-0 at home to Tottenham. You look at yourself and say, bro, my head is gone. Because what is going on? I'll be honest.
Hey, don't do that. Don't do that. Tottenham are just a mayonnaise Arsenal, man. Don't do that.
Bro,
damn, bro. Here comes.
No, but that's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying. Tottenham is dog shit, and they pull up to your house, and they leave it 1-0, and you don't even look at, say, Augsburg is terrible. Now you look at your own team and say, what the fuck are we as a team? Nah, bro, honestly. Oh,
that's
I said Dortmund would go through and then lose to Barca. Honestly, I think we going out tomorrow, and please go out tomorrow.
You know what?
I might do the game, people. Maybe not. I've not decided yet. I will decide tomorrow. Tonight. Are you gonna be there? Huh?
Yeah, or my Dortmund kid.
I'm not gonna be there.
If you're there, I'll be there. All right, so we doing it. Yeah, Sunshine.
Yeah, you two can do it, man.
That's not convincing. Are you
going
to do that, Sunshine?
He said
okay, me and you are doing Lille Dortmund. If you're not there, it's on site. All right, so you better be there.
Oh, really?
All right.
This guy.
Prediction, Wallace?
Say that again.
What's your prediction?
For Real Atletico, I think Real will go through. I think it'll be a draw overall. I think it'll be a 1-1 game. I think it's going to be very, very close. Like, I think it's going to play out very similar to the first leg, like fine margins. But I think Real Madrid, winning that game gives them the edge. I don't see Atletico winning the game. But I think it's got draw written all over it. 2-2 wouldn't surprise me, to be honest. But Atletico have to attack a little bit more than they did at the Bernabeu. And I think that's going to leave space as well. But we are going to close out. Speaking of the playback people, we're going to head over there. We're running clubs because we got to finish these playoff games. I think we got 5-6 games to go. So get over to the playback. Are you done? Are you not finished? You know what I'm saying? We just redirected.
I mean, sometimes the United fan, she has nothing left.
Yeah, it's crazy work. Well, yeah.
I'm only
I'm a Chelsea fan. I've got a Conference League, man. I'm winning a trophy.
They have it. To be fair, they do have a Europa League. They have a Europa League to go for. Come on, man.
Actually, how is your possibility to win the Conference League? How is it?
Oh, listen, if we don't win Conference League, burn the club, man.
You definitely win the Conference League. Surely you don't lose that.
Bro, all I'm saying,
So
I want to. I want to be there.
You know what? Let me speak with the chest, man. I know the fact that
Speaking, Fatter, shut up. Don't speak with chest.
Man said speak with chest about the third tier European competition.
I know, right?
No.
Yo, Patul, go speak. Speak on.
You know what? Put them on big screen. Put them on big screen because we're not part.
No.
Nah, speak with chest. Go on. Close yours.
I would pick my chest in it because I know that Mont's been barking about getting the Caicedo as the second choice, getting Lavia as well. Oh, don't forget they're even trying to sign Zubimendi as well from Real Sociedad. Well, that didn't happen, innit? That didn't happen. You man calling us a broke boys, but these are broken than we are. What are you talking about?
Bro, speak about the Conference League though.
On my Lavia, don't ever let your second choice Lavia and Caicedo winning something. Winning a European trophy before Gravy.
Talk your shit, King. Talk your shit. Talk your fucking shit.
Shut up, Jazz.
Jackson left in the Conference League. Now we're left in the competition. Listen, stairs. Left, right, and center.
People are.
Hey, Jez, let me just say,
you're not putting this message or what? You're off for Tony's message.
Sunshine, you're a United fan. Relax. Jez, you ruined it by talking over.
This guy's
you ruined it by talking over for Tor, man. But
I'm just hyped. I'm just hyped, man.
Yeah, I mean, we're winning the Conference League regardless. But like this chess you're trying to do, Fatser.
It's respect.
I don't know what Liverpool fan that you like that you're trying to trigger, but relax, bro.
It's stuck Conference League. Anyway, big up to Mo for the raid, man. Shout out Judge Mo. We're literally about to close out, but big up Judge Mo for the raid. We're gonna redirect over to Sunshine. You ain't going live, are you?
No, sir.
Okay, we're gonna go over to Saeed still live, so we're gonna redirect over to him. They talking Jim Ratcliffe and all that type of stuff, people. So yeah, big up. Love to everyone that's locked in. Again, salute to Judge Mo for the raid. Make sure you lot are subscribed to Judge Mo, and just as important, make sure you subscribe to Sunshine as well. The link's in the title. Click the link in her title, and we're heading over to the playback. We're gonna be live there in about 10 minutes, people. We're running pro clubs, so we're gonna head over there. I'm literally gonna move all this stuff and go set up for that. Hopefully the gang's still about. I see H in the chat, Voj, a few others as well. But yeah, man, big up each and every time to you lot. We're back. Unfortunately, because of Sunshine, we are doing Lille Dortmund today, so we're doing that watch along. So that Snowfest is just it stinks.
Good luck.
Here we are. Yeah, that's on Sunshine. And then, of course, we're doing the game we all want to see. Atletico, Liverpool, Real Madrid. Yeah, we will be doing Atletico, Real Madrid second leg as well. And then, the United Arsenal show is tomorrow. So, yeah, TJ will be there. Don T will be there. And I've spoke to him. The man, the myth, the legend, Tony Claude Gunner will be in the building as well. So
speaking of Tony, before we end the stream, I'll play a video. Certain people are looking for Tony. Hold on.
Go on, run it. It's cool. So yeah, run up the likes on there, hit the subscribe button, please. Roll to 15,000 subscribers, people.
Hey, Tony
Justice for who? Yeah, man, he is. Joke, man. Get over to the playback, you lot as well, man. Because if you want all the Champions League watch-alongs and all the Champions League festivities, head over to the playback, www.playback.tv/live I'll just download the playback app, people.
Right.
Like guys, do you guys live under a rock? Like, what's going on?
Facts.
Support Tony doesn't have the answers either. And here's the thing. And Tony, I know you watch the channel, and I love you, bro. I love you. Big up, Tony. Bro, do not run. Do not run this week. Don't. You have to show up. You have to show up and face the music, because if I have to sit on there and waffle with Flawless and make excuses for why you're not there, I'm going to be very upset.
You can't run from this one.
You can't run from this one, man. Yeah, Tony doesn't have the answers either. And here's.
And yeah, just to clarify as well, that reminded me, great edit as always, Prime. Connor will be there as well. So Connor will be on the show. That's 11 p.m. UK time. So yeah, Connor will be on alongside Duncy, alongside TJ, and of course, alongside Tony Claude Gunner. So make sure you subscribe to Tony Claude Gunner on YouTube. Subscribe to subscribe to TJ Warren TV. Of course, this crook next to me, Sunshine. There's the reason why I was doing that was this one put me in jail on American Waffle. That's what happened. So I was saying freebie before the show even started. That's the craziest. You weren't even there,
bro. American Waffle is brilliant because there's an echo. I've got some like clips of people in jail. Ahmed as well. Hey,
yeah.
Criminal.
To be in
I love
jail.
it, man.
But all right, you lot put Sarcasm City TV raid in in Saeed's chat. That's Sarcasm City TV raid. Big up, love to everyone that's locked in. This has been the Sarcasm City Sports Q&A live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube. Big up.